YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my Project 20 Uses update. Did not forget about this, was just, I wanted to get 2 things to 20 uses because the first thing I got to 20 uses wasn't terribly exciting. So, it's been a little while since I've done this, but the idea is just to get to 20 uses on a product. Just lets me explore my collection a little bit more. I kind of wish that I had made this 10 uses, but you know, whatever, it's all right. I don't want to start a new project for it, honestly. So the first thing that I hit it back in December because it was really easy. It's the Patrick Ta Brow Wax, or yep, shaping wax. It's clear. It doesn't even like it's not even like super interesting to look at. I focused my brush up here. I didn't hit pan or anything, but I've seen other people hit pan on it, so I knew it's doable. I do like it. I think it's a little bit of a hassle to use because you have to wet it first before using it, which is just a little bit annoying. Like, it's not that it's even bad or anything. It's just like, that's the extra step, and I have enough steps in my routine. But it does work really well as far as holding down wild brow hairs like I do. So I like it enough to keep it and use it up. I don't think I would seek it out. I got it in a kit. And I got it in a full size in a kit, so I can't be that mad at it. And the other thing, the thing that I'm super excited about that I finished today is the Storybook Cosmetics Fairy Tales palette. This one is Robin Hood. I used it 20 times and I hit pan on a shade. I hit good pan on that Robin Hood shade down there. But I have used all of these once. I'm wearing Maid Marian, Quiver, and Forest today with blue on my lower lash line. I've used Nottingham at least once. The main ones I used were Merry Men and Robin Hood, obviously. Like, Merry Men is actually probably pretty close to hitting pan. And Robin Hood, as you can see, I hit pretty good pan on. This is not a project about hitting pan necessarily, it's just getting uses. My focus was more of the green shades because that's kind of what I wanted the palette for in the first place, much less was going to be using it for, although I made sure to use others. This shade broke in transit, that's why it looks a little bit like it does. But so if you're looking for something to pan that would be relatively simple and you have this or one of the other ones, maybe take a look at it. The shades aren't that bad. They're nothing exquisite, I guess I should say. Like, they're not Natasha Denona shades or anything, but they're pigmented enough, they blend fine, there's nothing particularly wrong with them, and admittedly the packaging is really cute, and that's half of what I wanted it for. So yeah, I will keep my other 2 in mind, and this one in mind, if I'm looking for shades to hit pan on in the future. Hey, that's great. So to go over what I still have in here, first is my Wired palette from Decay. I don't think I've used this since the last update. I really don't. I think I'm going to kind of focus on this next because I just kind of keep forgetting about it. So, like, it does look like it has some usage on it, and I love the colors in it. It reminds me of my Urban Decay, what is it called? I'm literally putting it in a project pan next month, but it was their original, not original, but like the super colorful palette whose name is just escaping me at the moment. But it does remind me of that. Some of these shades are even in that. And I don't want to hit my 20 uses on like the white shades, so I've been avoiding using it like that, and just, you know, I need to work this a little bit more into my routine, and I think it's what I'm going to focus on next. And maybe it will brighten up my Pan That palette, which I'm finding myself to be a little bit bored with currently. Because I already panned all the colorful shades out of it like brilliant person that I am. Next is the e.l.f. bronzer palette. I know I've used this at least once. It's gotten up to 11 times. This one I'm also probably going to focus on just to kind of knock it out fairly easily. I am panning a bronzer right now. It's a very light bronzer, and I've actually been really enjoying it, but I can easily get like 9 uses on this and knock it out pretty fast. And the last thing that I have is the Illuminati Cosmetics Issa palette. This is designed by Isabel Bedoya. I don't particularly know who that is. I got it because I really liked the pastel shades. This glitter, unfortunately, does not really show up. But yeah, so 10 uses on that. Like, I'm pretty close on most of these. The wired palette is the only one that isn't like, not something I could easily knock out in a month. So hopefully I'll be back next month with some work to be able to knock at least another one of these out. I do have 2 things rolling in. I like to keep this at 5, and I had to really put some thought into what I wanted to put in here, because I don't have another easy product to hit 20 uses on like this. Like super easy, I would use it every time I put on my makeup. At least I can't think of anything right now. So I decided first to go with this Ofra Mini Max palette. I got this in BoxyCharm, and then I never got quite around to using it. I might have used it once, but the reason why I was really excited to get it was the Ofra eyeshadows particularly. Like, I know I like their cheap products. I have others, but I'd never really tried their eyeshadows before. I think I have one in a single, and that is about it. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to make sure to use each of the cheek shades once, just to say that I did, but primarily what I really want to get my 20 uses on are the eyeshadows, because that mint green is stunning in the palette, and the rest of the shades are definitely pretty too. So that is really what I want to kind of like work into my routine. And this was the one that really kind of gave me trouble thinking about. I was like, what do I want to put in here? Well, I went with an oldie, but at least to me, a goodie. I love these kind of shades for highlighters. This is the Anastasia Moonchild palette. I've seen a lot of people declutter these. I know they discontinued it a while back, because I remember how it went on sale. And I bought this sucker full price. And here is what mine looks like. I actually have Pan in the shade Lucky Clover. I believe it was in a not Pan that palette, but a Project Pan ages ago. So like I said, the goal was not to necessarily hit Pan on anything. It just happened to happen in my Storybook Cosmetics palette. I want to get 20 uses, and I don't necessarily want to get 20 uses on the same shade. I would like to use each shade at least once. I might end up gravitating towards a particular shadow, but as long as I use everything at least once, I'm happy. So that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!